Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Unfortunately, well, not even unfortunately, very fortunate for you, today you are blessed with Riley's presence. All day today he has been jumping onto the word counter because I found out why. Two reasons. He likes the feel of dioramas underneath him, and secondly is because there is a warm spot due to the lights that I use, so this area is more particularly warmer. So today we're going to try to review the Mezco 112 Collective Predator featuring Riley. Yeah, it's I'm gonna have to just bear with it. But today we're gonna talk about our predator. Let's move him up front. I'm gonna move him ever so slightly to a forefront space because Riley will be our background piece. But I do want to talk about our netting body. As you can see, we have a full-blown net here, and it covers the left arm and both legs. It's not cover the right arm. So actually, I like the look of this a lot. It's one of those things where I started off with the unmasked head strictly because I don't know what's up with my focus either. Maybe it's because of Riley. But I started off with the unmasked head because I want to talk about the magnetic pieces as well. And we go into the LED lights on the mast head. But as far as our overall look, I really like the proportions and look of this Predator. It's one of those things where it's a little bit wider, it's leaner, it shows you that bulkiness of a Predator. Now, I really enjoy the NECA Predator. Everyone knows that, so I'm a big Predator guy. But my lore stems from comic books and not necessarily from movies. Some people have told me there are some inaccuracies. I am not sure which ones they are because I'm more of the comic Predator guy than the movie Predator guy. So I know y'all gonna judge me for that. So somebody said that this was hairs, and I thought this was kills on the side because I've never noticed it before. But you're right though, it is hairs. I didn't realize that before. It's just in a spot that I didn't recognize because it does look like a kill count scarred into the arm. But when you look at the backhand side, you do notice that they're hairs. So that's pretty cool. One thing I appreciate is the tubing here as well too. It's one of those things where I thought, oh my god, it's gonna get messed up, but there's enough spacing for the tubing. That's one thing I've always had an issue with the NECA, so I'm glad it was taken in consideration here as well. But as far as articulation goes, this NECA, oh, said NECA, wow. I'm so used to doing Predators because I just got bored as well. The Mezco Predator excels at neck articulation, which is something I was very worried about. So here you have it, as we can rotate all the way around. Literally, it looks like he's doing neck exercises as well. So it's really nice. The hair is free flowing and it's soft. So even if it gets caught like now, oh, magnets. Even if it gets caught like now, you can just look at that. Very easy, very simple. It's cool. If you find yourself in a space where your neck peg, like this part, it just shoots up, it's no problem. You can actually just push it right back down and it covers that portion of the neck like it is supposed to. Now, like I said, it's really nice to get this level of articulation neck-wise on a Predator. I think the biggest downside of this Predator for the Mezco is going to be our ankle pivot. The single joints in the arms also, but the biggest thing that I do not enjoy is the ankle pivot. Now, articulation wise, we can hit the 90 degrees on our arms. We can hit a T-pose. We have a gauntlet swivel as well. On this side, even if our armor slightly gets in the way, you can just lift it up. You can lift it up to get that T-pose. Again, you have over here the 90 degrees. You do get a gauntlet swivel over here as well. We can rotate out our computer. There we go. Fold out, damn it. Oh, always have trouble with that. So here we are folding it out. And then we have wrist peg articulation. So yeah, look wise and articulation wise, you don't get as good as an ab crunch on the NECA. I mean, wow, I'm getting these names mixed up because of the Predator. I apologize sincerely. We won't get as deep with the Mezco. As you can see, it looks like little to none. We do hit the 90 degree mark with our legs. We are double jointed, as you can see here. We do get thigh swivel as well. But like I said, the biggest problem you're going to have is that ankle pivot. It's little to none. It may take some shaving from some people, but like I said, you can make up for it with other poses, like I'm doing here now. And these are the same poses the NECA could get, but one of the coolest things about this that I enjoy is going to be the fact that it looks a little bit more natural with our proportions here. Oop, sorry, Riley. My bad. My bad. So as you can see, he brushed up against Riley. Riley thought nothing of it. Once the hunt, always the hunt. So look at this. Let's fix our focus. There we go. We have a beautiful look here on him. This looks fantastic. And these are the short versions of the blade. So it's really nice to get this nice look here. But again, it's one of those things where it may not be for everyone. When I get to the size comparison, I will show you the difference with a NECA Predator. I also like that these actually flap out to the side and don't hinder articulation here on the thigh. It allows for some fresh movement and ideas as well. So without further ado, I'm going to leave you right next to Riley. Post it up, and then we're going to jump into the accessories. So let's talk about that. All right, guys, now what we are going to do is jump into accessories. So let's get going on that. I took out my extra head sculpt because we can talk about how our look is on our fellow unmasked head with the open mouth. I do really enjoy this. The magnetic type doesn't seem seamless at first, but it really is. You just slide in nose up front, slide right in. It's pretty much seamless. It looks really, really good. I really like the face and the eye sculpt. The painting on this Predator is really done well. When I noticed it up against other Predators that I have from domestic types, NECA, or even the Monsterauts is too dark, but that's wolf, so it's not the same as jungle. And the NECA one seems to have this weird gloss on it, but this one seemed to be painted in a more realistic count, and I do really enjoy that. Now, next up, we're going to talk about our necklaces and trophies. So here we have these. You have 3 of them. We have our one that goes around the neck, and we have our 2 that goes over the shoulder. So this is a spinal cord necklace, and this one would be of small trinket and bone from smaller animals. It is not wired, but it's just meant to just loop over the body, right? Then we will get our human spine with the skull. He does not have a lower jaw. It is not posable in any way, but it is meant to fit in a particular hand. We have this one large hand here. And this actually grips over this actually grips over the human skull. Oh. And I can't seem to get it right now because that's how it works for me on camera. It never works when I want it to on camera. But any other time I get it right. What's going on? But yeah, this is supposed to just grip on, but I'm always having trouble on camera. But you do get this large gripping hand for that, and I do enjoy it because you can also use it to choke other human characters whose neck you can see. You have those open slicer hands here. You will get an open trigger-like hand, which can also hold items as well. You will get closed fist. Let's pull these up. Here we go. You'll get 2 closed fists as well, in case you wish to punch your opponents out. And then you'll get a left hand for holding items as well, whether it be a combi stick from the NECA, because Jungle did not come with a combi stick for Mezco, or other items in particular, whatever you want. Then we have our helmeted head. Now this head I really enjoy. I like the gray mask. Someone said that the eyes are not supposed to have the netting, but then someone also showed me a poster where it had the netting eyes. So I am not sure which one is the more accurate one, or whether it's supposed to be black lens or netted lens. So someone, like I said, will correct me and tell me. But what you can do is, because the mask is magnetic. Oh, and left the LED on. I am so sorry. I left it on overnight. Wow, because I was playing with it last night. So I left the LED on last night, and that sucks on me. But you have the removal of the. Oh, sorry, I'm lost for words. So much going on right now. So you can just remove this panel right here, and then we have our light here. I'm not sure if you guys can see that really well, but it's there. And I apologize for leaving it on overnight, so it won't be as good through the mask. So that's my fault, but I'm going to replace these batteries and try again for photos. But it actually is pretty strong, but that's my fault for leaving it up overnight. We have our beautiful mask, and I'm going to show you what it's like with it on when we get to the size comparison. Next up, we will have our long blades, which can be replaced with our short blades inside for when you are using it for obviously attacking. Next up, we have the extra backpack piece for the plasma caster, as well as the plasma caster backpack. Now, you will get one which is removable right here, because this one opens up, and I always have trouble opening it up, but this one opens up your med kit, which by sliding it out from the backhand side, there will be a tab here to slide in and slide out. And then we also have a panel here which unfolds, which I'm literally always having trouble with finding the tab. There we go. As you can see, it opens up. And then we have our plasma caster backpack. This also has an LED, which is removable here. There is a battery storage for it that you will find in the instructions. So you're going to remove this piece up here, which again, always having trouble with. You can remove this. You'll lift up this panel and you'll place the LEDs in. But underneath it, the reason why I'm trying to get it off is because there is a switch there. There we go. And I'm going to turn it on because I didn't forget on this one. So you're going to turn that on by flipping that switch down. And what happens is once you slide it back in with the on switch, you get your LED for this. It's wired in, but you can lift it up and rotate because it does indeed have a rotation. So if yours is having trouble rotating left and right, it is very stiff. I would highly suggest you try to wiggle it out slowly. And there is an effect part for your plasma caster. I'm going to put this back down because I like it better in this position. There we go. And for you to slide your plasma caster on, let's grab Predator. If you want to do it with the head on, I highly suggest you move the hair out of the way and you slide it across the backpack piece right onto the body. Look at that. That light is bright. That's why I knew it would have been for the helmet, but I messed up. So that's on me, y'all. My bad. Let me make sure I turn. Oh yeah, I turned it off this time. So here we are with our helmet on and our plasma caster on. And like I said, there is enough neck articulation to allow for plenty of movement here. Just really like this look. So let's pop this off. Doop. I'm going to turn that off camera. And because Riley is here, I'm not sure how I'm going to do the size comparison, but we'll get to that because I definitely need to show you guys what it looks like next to a NECA Predator. So maybe I will remove our favorite rock and then we'll work on it. Say hi, Riley. There you go. You're a good boy napping. So we're going to get into that size comparison. I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright guys, now we're going to jump into the size comparison. Again, gotta fail, just gotta try to find a way around Riley, which is both easy and not easy. But first thing I want to do is I want to compare to the NECA Predator, which I've constantly said and mixed up because I'm so used to reviewing NECA Predators. Now, as we see size-wise, the NECA Predator is gigantic next to the Mezco one. But I do want to say, like I said, proportions and skin-wise, I really like this one. This one seems a little glossy, a little yellow. And proportion-wise, it's great because you get those double joints. You get to have that extra articulation. But both of them fail in two departments, which is going to be stuff like ankle pivot. But granted, it took NECA a long time to get that ankle pivot right. So I'm going to hopefully hope that if we get a City Hunter, they fix that ankles on the City Hunter. Only by shortening up that armor just a little bit right there, you can get some extra movement out of your ankle pivot. I would absolutely love that. But yeah. So as you can see here, there are differences between size, the way the shorts are, things like that. But overall though, I like them for two completely different reasons. Like for instance, if I wanted that big against all odds, that ridiculous size, definitely gonna go with this guy, especially in terms of the movement of getting crazy because that's what I do. But in terms of looks, I gotta say I like the Mezco one a lot better. The LED stuff works for me when I want to mess around with lighting. But more importantly, this one still moves really well. So they both serve different purposes for me. But yeah. Now, one more thing I want to do is I'm going to move you back because you're so much bigger. When you compare him to more human-like characters, this is where it gets really cool for me. Because the Mezco Predator still works in terms of, let me take Dusty's backpack off, sorry. It still works because in terms of next to a normal 6-inch figure, he's actually a really good size. He's supposed to be able to just be bigger, like a 7'5" guy. This guy is close to like 8.5 feet in terms of with a 6-inch figure. So I really like the size-wise better with them. And also, even if you wanted, like I said, I'm a comic guy. If you wanted to use him in lore, you can make him shorty. So he can be a short human-like size predator, only like 6.5 feet, 7 feet compared to these guys. So let's say these guys were 7 feet, your 7 foot scale. You can use this guy as your shorty. So it works out, right? Then when you put him up against Mezco, here we are with a Mezco me on a Gomez body. Here we are with Valaverse. Again, you want to probably use military figures for your jungle hunter, right? Here we are with a Marvel Legend. His Silver Surfer, Northern Red. Then if you want to go a little larger, here we are with an unknown one from Mythic Legions. And this is where I knew like I was in a good spot with both of these guys. It's still bigger than Mythic Legions, which is rare. Most lines are not bigger than Mythic Legions at all. Next up, we have an Articulated Icons Ninja. In case you want ninjas versus Predator, right? And last but not least, we have SH Figuarts with Kamen Rider Kuga, Titan form. And Riley is really knocked out. Can't believe him. So, we actually have, like, at least in my opinion, the best of both worlds. You want a super articulated Predator, you want one at a low price, you can go with NECA. You want something a little bit more color variant, size smaller, used with a little bit more realism, then you can go with the Mezco one. Like, each one is going to serve its purpose for each one that people want. And I definitely am happy with the best of both worlds. I'd rather have both than none at all, right? So, with that being said, I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoy Riley being in the video. Again, he's been up here a lot lately. Basically hitting up that artificial sun, which are my lamps. And thank you guys for sitting through this with my cat. As always, please, be good, do good. Drink your water, guys. Later.